Okay, so in this video I will explain not just the spinning but also how to slide the card through the spread. I will teach you two flourishes in this video, and the reason I will show you how to slide the card through the spread is because it is quite easy and I don't think it deserves its own video. So I will include those three different ways that I did this sliding method. But let me go ahead and explain first how to spin the card. You can even ask the spectator to say stop, for example. You can stop right there without looking at it, or they can cut it anywhere they want, and then you can show the card. The point is the selection has to be on top in case you want to control it anywhere you want it, or you can use it as an ambitious card routine. But it's a nice flourish though. So basically you need to have the deck in mechanics grip. Notice the thumb, I don't place it right here on the corner, I place it at this height, and you push it outside to ensure you are taking one card, because what I used to do is instead of pushing the card, I used to pull it, and sometimes by pulling the card you may end up pulling more than one card. So instead I just push it and then bring it back to ensure it is only one card, and to me it gives me better results by placing the thumb about here, this height, not right here in the corner. Okay, so about this height, this much is okay. Now I push it away and bring it back. Now the thumb, it applies really slight pressure on the corner, okay? So the card, this card has to be loose. Once you place it over here, you can either rotate the thumb around the corner, or you can just use gravity. You can spin the wrist or the whole arm, you know. By rotating, the card will rotate as well. Or you can just rotate the thumb, but I think it's better just rotate the whole deck. And it looks more fancy if you accomplish the whole 180-degree spin from here to here, okay? Once you already have it over there, you need to bring the card all the way down without letting it go with the thumb. Make sure when you bring this card right over the deck, you don't bring it halfway out, okay, because you may end up dropping the card like that. It's better for you to bring the card about 1 inch, 1.5 inches outside, not halfway outside, because you don't want to drop it. One last time, let me show you how to spin this card. You push it away, notice the thumb, the height is about right here. Push it away and bring it back right over this corner. Notice it is not too tight. And spin. You can either spin the whole deck, okay, or you can just spin just the thumb. So that's gonna be up to you. Bring it all the way down here, and just leave about 1 inch or 1.5 inches over here. Don't bring it all the way down, obviously, and don't leave it halfway out neither. Okay, so once you already know how to spin the card, okay, just like that, I will teach you the 3 different ways that I use to slide the card over the spread. Okay, the easiest method is just by just letting it go, like so. And this, you know, you can just place the thumb right here. You pinch this card about 1 millimeter. It's just that little. I'm just gonna hold it there. Now I will lift up the tip by applying more pressure with the joint of my thumb. Just lift up the tip, the very end. You let it go by applying pressure more towards the joint of the thumb. Okay, and that's it. Quite easy. Rotate, pinch 1 millimeter, and spread, and let it go. Okay. Now the second easiest method, once you already have it over here, it will be doing this. Okay. And the reason it may be difficult for some of you, including for me, to do this. Sometimes rotating the card through the spread may be a bit more difficult and more risky as well. Let me show you over here. You see? Now to accomplish this, I'm pinching right here on the corner, the same, about 1 millimeter, okay, and spread. Now the reason this is more risky, but you just letting it go, you need gravity for a card to slide. Sometimes you need to lift it, and by lifting this much, you may end up exposing the card, or they may end up not looking the flourish from the front. I had to look it from the top. So my recommendation is, in case you do this flourish, do it from the side, from here, so they can see. And sometimes as you watch, you may not end up doing the whole 180-degree spin, because you need a velocity. That's the secret to it. You spin, pinch right here, with the very end of the thumb, and you need to turn sideways so they can see the side, and don't leave it on the front like that, because you need gravity and you may end up exposing this card. And not only that, they may not end up looking at the flourish from the front. So you need to move sideways. That's the only downside. Let me show you. I'm pinching right here at the very end of that corner and the tip. Apply pressure with a joint and let go by the tip. And the card should end up spinning. Sometimes it may not do the whole 180-degree spin, because you need this card to go at a decent speed, so it accomplishes the whole 180-degree spin. If that's still difficult for you, this is where the other flourish comes in. You need to do a little spread. You still pinch in the same way, okay? But do a little spread. Don't spread too much. You need to fold the spread like this, so you can reach this card and do the whole 180-degree spin with this other thumb. But I will teach you one last time from my own perspective how to accomplish this. Once you already have this card out here, pinch about 1 millimeter right here with a thumb and spread. Notice I'm going to apply pressure with the joint by letting the tip of my thumb go and release the card. The second way is this. I'm going to pinch right here on the corner and spread. And with the same speed, the card should end up spinning 180 degrees. Now, if that's kind of difficult, you can use both hands. Just make sure you fold the spread and reach over here, so you can do the whole 180 degree spin with your other hand. But that's the same. Pinch it over here in the corner, spread, fold the spread, reach over here in the center, just make it spin. Now the way to control this card all the way to the bottom, that's going to be up to you. You slide it any way you prefer. What I did in the performance is I close the spread right over the selection, and when I reach the front with the middle finger in the back with the thumb, I'm going to slide the selection out, okay, right under the spread, and I'm going to clip the selection with the middle and pinky right here in the corner, and I'm going to pull it back and bring it under as you watch. I don't recommend you to do this control under these circumstances, maybe because it doesn't look really natural. I believe there are other better ways or alternatives to control the selection all the way to the bottom. The point is, in this case, the ace of diamonds. I'm going to place it in the center, and this way, for example, you can use it. And then you can go ahead and use this control, as I already explained in other videos. And that's a nice way to control the selection all the way to the bottom. If you want to know the control that I just did, just go to this video full note. But anyway, let me go back and explain this other way that I did in the performance, which I do not recommend you to do it. But in case you like it, I'm going to explain it one more time. I have the selection right here, and I put a spread right over the selection. I leave the mess as an excuse so I can bring my other hand and a square. In that squaring process, you pull the selection out. But you're gonna clip it with a ring finger and a pinky finger. Okay, I'm exaggerating so you can see. And bring it out by moving the deck away. You still have to pull out a bit more and then bring it back. Now the issue with this control that I did in this performance, the only way to make it look subtle, let's say the 6 of diamonds, you have to do this fast. That's the only problem. Because if you have the hand over here and you're still struggling, you're gonna look suspicious, you know, and I already control it. But it looks very suspicious by the fact that I'm struggling by just closing the spread, and it doesn't look right. That is why you want to control it after you do this flourish. I rather recommend you to do this other control that I already explained. This one. And I think that looks more subtle. And once again, the is a clubs. You spread. You move it into the center. You can do this control, and you already have it down there. Which I think this is much better, but I do not recommend you to do the one I just showed in the performance. I just put it out there just as a possibility, and that's it.